Kristen here, backstage at Carolina Rebellion with Sick Puppies. Thank you guys so much for joining me. How are you enjoying your day?
Good so far. It just started. We've already finished our set, but it was good.
It's rock and roll. This is a day of rock and roll, and we love that. So we're here.
What do you guys prefer over the festivals versus smaller club shows?
I think the festivals are great when it all comes together. When you playing like late at night and the lights are going and the PA's huge, it's good. Nah. First thing in the day, but it's the way that these guys are structured so that they flip the stages. It's really good. So everyone gets to see whatever band they want. They don't have to skip anyone.
I can't stand when they do overlap. It drives me crazy. So I know that you guys are currently working on a follow-up to Tripolar, and we haven't heard too much new from you guys for a while. So what direction is it going?
It's louder. That's the best way to put it. It's more musical, and it's definitely louder. We recorded less guitar layers, so we could turn them up louder. Yeah.
And it's going to be released on July 16th this summer. Single's coming out on the 20th of this month. So single's called "There's No Going Back." That's the first song.
So, I mean, I saw online that you guys are asking fans to become involved a bit on the recording process in ways. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Definitely. We do that on every... Well, we did it on the first record, but we had a lot more fans by the time we got to Tripolar and on this one, which is called Connect. So when we were recording Connect, when we were writing Connect, we were online as often as possible asking them mostly what they thought we did best. Like, what do you like the most? What do you want to hear more of? What do you think we don't need to put in next time? And they were very honest with us, and they mostly told us, like, in a lot of ways, they validated the direction that we were already going to take, and so they helped us refine the sound and the lyrical concepts. They said, well, maybe an odd one. A lot of people gravitated towards what the lyrics were saying, which is good because that's what we, say naturally anyway.
Are you guys ever surprised, when you're going to choose a single for an album, which ones the fans will gravitate towards?
To the singles? No, not surprised. I think we've been pretty good on so far. Like, with every single choice so far, we've been pretty good. Odd One was the one that the label actually didn't understand when we came up to the second single. They wanted to go with something else, and they hadn't been to our shows enough. And so we told the people who were relevant to the decision-making to come to the show and hear Odd One, and everyone was singing the chorus, and they went, oh, okay, now we get it. And the fans really helped us push that one through.
This album is different. Than, it's pretty hard on this album, I think. I think it's going to be harder choosing singles on this album, for sure. Which isn't a bad thing, but you always want to pick, like you said, you want to pick the right one, and you don't want to, I don't know, like Shim said, we've been pretty good at it so far, so I don't know.
And we wrote over 100 songs for this, and for Connect, there were 100 songs written. 12 songs on the record? 12 songs to pick from, plus the B-sides, because I get it mixed up with all the B-sides we gotta do. So, the song, I think we're pretty proud of pretty much all the songs in terms of what would be chosen as a single. There are 2 songs that are on the record that we're like, well, we're gonna give the fans this thing they asked for specifically, and we're not gonna worry about whether it'll be a single, but everything else we pretty much wrote and said, well, that could be one. We'd be happy with most of the record being picked.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned having all that material written. Will you ever go back and revisit any of that?
I don't think so. If it didn't make it on the record, it's for a reason.
Okay.
We're going to make a triple album.
Yeah. We could have made a double record, but then everyone goes, well, if you had to take all your best songs out of the double record and put them on one, what would it be? And then we did it, and went, well, that'd be an amazing record. So we just went with doing the one. And once you do release that record, that becomes who you are. Connect, once that's released, will be Sick Puppies, as well as the other records, but that's our new thing that we're saying. So if you go backwards, it's not, better to go forwards.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So for each one of you, did you have a pivotal music moment that occurred in your life that made you decide you wanted to pursue it?
Yeah, I had Riff Raff by AC/DC. Well, my dad made a mixtape for me when I was about 8, and that song came on, and it just, my ears changed. I remember my ears actually, they buzzed. I got these pins and needles in my ears. And I remember thinking, I got to find out how that happens, why that works. That was, a big deal for me.
A pivotal moment? I would probably say Silverchair, this Australian band that we grew up on. I think it was the fact that they were so young, and it was like, wow, you can actually do that when you're, like a kid or a teenager. So that was it for me.
Maybe first time I saw Foo Fighters, I was a kid. I was 15 years old, and that was pretty awesome. Dave Grohl played drums and Taylor Hawkins, and yeah, they're like my idols. Yeah.
So personally, I view music as a universal language that we can all speak and understand, even if we take different messages away. Is there anything in particular that you hope the music of Sick Puppies will speak to listeners?
Oh man, that's a big question, isn't it?
It's loaded.
It's not loaded. I think it's important that. I was just talking to someone right before we came here about the tattoos. A lot of music fans get tattoos of their favorite lyrics, and I love it when people get lyrics as opposed to like a symbol or something, because it's really specific to whatever it means to them. And I found out that some of the stuff that we say, it means something totally different to any individual fan. So I think it's just important for everyone to take what they need. So whatever we're trying to say is usually it has got more to do about where we're coming from, but once it lands in their ears and they can take it away, they use it for what they need it for.
So, I'm sure that it's just as therapeutic to you as artists in the creation process it is to the fans that take everything away, right?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, sometimes you use it as an exorcism. I think for this one, we've used it more as a form of validation for where we wanted to move forward to, which is just as important. Sometimes you need to get rid of your old stuff, but you also need to be willing to grab hold of the new stuff.
So what are some of the rest of the goals for 2013 other than this album release, which is huge?
Oh, just making this, I mean, really it's very simple, just blowing this record up. Just getting everyone to hear it and trying to get everyone to fall in love with it as much as we did.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much for taking a few minutes to join me. I appreciate it. Thank you.